Pompeii, in the year 79. A Roman town of stone streets and painted walls built in the shadow of a mountain that looks almost harmless from here. The morning begins like any other. Bakers open their shutters. Fires glow inside ovens. Fresh loaves are stacked, counted, and sold with small coins that pass from palm to palm. Water spills from public fountains into basins worn smooth by years of hands and clay jars. Market stalls fill with fruit, olives, and fish laid out on boards, while vendors call their prices into the warm air. In the forum, people cross between columns and temples on daily errands, business, gossip, routine. The bathhouses stir to life, steam, oil, and the scrape of a strigil. Workshops open, a hammer taps metal, a cart creaks over stone, sandals slap the street. Vesuvius sits on the horizon, green and quiet. Most people here know there have been earthquakes, tremors that come and go. In living memory, the ground has spoken before. But the town has learned to ignore it, the way you ignore a distant storm you think will pass. Pompeii is awake, busy, ordinary, and the day still feels like it belongs to them. Then the city pauses. A low sound, more felt than heard, passes underfoot. A tremor. Dust shakes from a column. Pottery rattles on a shelf. Birds burst upward in a sudden wave, as if something unseen has pushed them into the sky. People glance at one another. A few laugh it off. Others look toward the mountain with the kind of expression you wear when you're trying not to worry. And then the deeper boom comes. Somewhere beyond the town, the earth opens. The horizon changes shape. Over Vesuvius, a dark column rises. Fast, vertical, unnatural. It climbs and climbs until it seems to touch the sky, then spreads outward at the top like branches. From here, it looks like a towering tree made of smoke and shadow. A pine tree, one observer will later say, an image that becomes famous because it's the closest language has to describing something so huge. At first, people only stare, because nothing in a normal life prepares you for the sky becoming a warning. Then the first ash begins to drift down. It falls lightly at first, grey specks on hair and shoulders, brushed away like dust. People squint upward. Someone covers food with cloth. Another pulls a child closer. A few begin to walk quickly, the way you walk when you don't want to admit you're afraid. The mountain keeps speaking, deep, steady, relentless. The ash thickens. The sun dims as if a veil is being drawn across it. The air becomes gritty. Breathing turns unpleasant. People wrap cloth over their mouths and noses. Coughing spreads through the streets. And then the pumice begins. Small stones, light but hard, start dropping from the sky. They bounce on stone roads and rattle off rooftops. They collect in corners, then in drifts, then in piles that grow faster than anyone can clear. The market changes in minutes. Vendors stop selling and start packing. People fight their way through crowds with bundles and baskets. A cart tries to move through the street, but the wheels slip as the ground turns into gravel. Animals panic. Men shout. Arguments flare about what to take, where to go, who to follow. Inside homes, hands move fast. Valuables are wrapped in cloth. Money is shoved into pouches. Doors are tested. People look at their roof and then look away, as if refusing to imagine what might happen next. Because now everyone understands the truth. This isn't dust. This is weight. The stones keep coming. Roofs begin to strain under the growing load. Tiles crack. Wooden beams groan. The sound of the city changes. Less conversation, more impact. A constant hiss of falling ash and the sharp rattle of pumice striking everything it touches. Then a roof gives way somewhere nearby. A sudden crash, a burst of dust. People scream and run, not towards safety, but away from whatever they believe is the most immediate danger. Some doorways start to choke with drifted pumice. Streets disappear beneath a rising layer of pale stone. Every step becomes harder. Every breath tastes like grit. And still, many hesitate. Because leaving means choosing the unknown. Staying means trusting walls and roofs that are already beginning to fail. So the city becomes 1,000 decisions happening at once. Many run toward the sea. At the harbor, the scene is chaos. Boats rock against posts. Ropes snap tight. Men shout over one another as families and travelers crowd the shore, trying to buy space on anything that floats. Some boats push off. Others cannot. The air is too thick. The water is rougher than it should be. Ash falls into the bay, dulling the surface. The sky grows darker, and the horizon disappears behind a curtain of grey. Some people turn back toward the city, coughing, desperate, realizing that escape is not as simple as walking to the water. Others push forward anyway, because movement feels like hope. But the mountain does not slow. By what should be late afternoon, the day looks like dusk. Then it looks like night. The ash cloud makes time meaningless. Torches and oil lamps appear in streets that should still be bright. Lanterns barbed through the haze like lost stars. The sound of pumice falling is constant, like a storm of stone. Inside shelters, people huddle in cramped rooms lit by trembling flames that struggle for air. Water basins fill with grey sediment. The simplest things, drinking, breathing, seeing, become difficult. Outside, the streets are transforming into drifts. In some places, the pumice rises to the knees. In others, it reaches the waist. People stumble, exhausted. Someone drops a bundle and does not pick it up. A man pushes a cart until his strength fails and then leaves it behind. In the distance, the mountain glows faintly with flashes within the cloud, brief pulses of light that reveal for a heartbeat the scale of what is happening. And the sound grows heavier, deeper, closer. Near the end of the night, there is a moment that feels almost like calm. Not peace, just a pause. The ash hangs in the air. The city is muffled. People listen, because listening is all they can do. Then it comes. A roar like the world tearing open. A violent rush of wind, hot, fast, unstoppable. It slams into the town, driving ash and debris through the streets in a moving wall. Visibility collapses to nothing. Torches gutter out. The air becomes a choking darkness. This is not falling ash anymore. This is the mountain itself arriving. A surge of scorching gas and ash pours through streets and doorways, around corners, into every space. It moves too fast to outrun and too wide to escape. In an instant, the town is swallowed. And then, silence. When the ash settles, the streets are gone. Walls are half buried. Statues disappear up to their shoulders. Courtyards fill like bowls. Rooflines vanish beneath pale drifts. Pompeii is no longer a living town. It is a shape under ash. The mountain remains, looming under a pale morning light as if it has done nothing at all. Centuries will pass before Pompeii is uncovered again, before its streets see daylight, before its painted walls are seen by new eyes. And when people return, they will find a city frozen in place, preserved not because it was spared, but because it was buried. This was Pompeii, AD 79, a day that began with bread and water and ordinary noise, and ended with a town erased from the world.